Good morning, students. So now we are going to talk about the reproductive organ in males, and then we will talk about the reproductive organ in female. So here we will discuss about the various part of the male reproductive system and how male gametes produce. So human male reproductive system. So overall, the system consists of the following important organs. So first of all, testes. So these are the pair of testes. One testis, one each side of the penis. Okay. And they are exist in pairs. Next is vas deferens. So this is a tube-like structure. After this, there is a scrotum. Scrotum is a covering which is present outside the testis. Okay. Next is urethra. Urethra is this pipe-like structure in which you see here. So please do not worry. We will talk about their function also and why are they present here also. Next is the epididymis. Okay. After this, the penis. So except this, there are quite few things which are also present in a human being, glands which are called, and what are these? It is quite the important reproductive gland, that is prostate gland, seminal vesicle, prostate gland, seminal vesicle, and Cowper's gland. So these are the three important reproductive gland. So where do we have them? So let us have a look. Here you have one structure which is a gland called seminal vesicle. Where do we have the prostate gland? So this is the place where prostate gland. And where do we have a Cowper's gland? Below the prostate gland, there is a Cowper's gland. So we will talk about all of this in detail. So here we have a testis inside the scrotum, and it is a coiled tube-like structure called epididymis. And this epididymis open in a vas deferens, and urethra is open to the exterior. So this is how the internal structure is. Now we will talk about the function of each of these parts. So let us start with testis. Testis occur in here. As I said that one testis is present on each side of penis. So testis occurs in pairs, which means the job is to produce sperms. Now for sperm production, a temperature little higher than the body temperature is required, and that is why the testis is located outside the body in the separate structure called scrotum. So if you look at the structure in a human male body, if you have a sample, if you have a look, then this testis is not a part of our body. It is present outside the body. It is a bag-like structure which is and inside the scrotum a testis is located. It is just so that it is there so as to produce the appropriate temperature for the production of sperm. Okay. Now what are sperms? So sperms are nothing but male gametes. Male gametes are called sperms. Okay, or you can say male sex cells. So they are produce the main hormone that is called testosterone. So because of this male hormone, the male characteristics are seen in the person. For example, the appearance of beard, the mustaches, the facial hair, body hair, all these are male traits. And all these traits are due to the presence of small or secretion of male hormone called testosterone. So this hormone is also secreted while through testes. So testes consist of many coiled tube-like structure which are lined to like a epithelial cell which divide and form sperms. So you look at the structure of testes. There is a bag-like structure which is present inside the scrotum. So inside this testis, you again have some coiled tube-like structure, and these tube-like structure, they are lying within epithelial cell, and they will keep on dividing. to produce more cell, and that's how sperms produced. Okay, so sperm production is the main function of testis and production of testosterone. Next is a scrotum. So what is a scrotum? It is an extension of the abdominal cavity which contains the testis. So why do we have the extension? So that the testis, the appropriate temperature can be maintained within the scrotum, so where the sperms can be produced. So in a way it is also protect the testis, because testis, they are doing the most important job, that is producing the male sex cells. So if male gametes are not produced, the reproduction would not be take place. So testis are performing the primary function. So for that purpose we have that additional cavity. It maintain a temperature lower than a body temperature, because this is the appropriate temperature which is required for the production of sperms. At our body temperature, sperms cannot be produced. So to maintain the temperature lesser than the body temperature needed, so we have a separate cavity, scrotum, where the in the testis, so where the sperms being produces. Now epididymis, it is a tube-like structure. So it stores sperms and help in the passage of sperm. Okay. So that means it has to be taken out of the testis, and the taken out of the testis. Why? Because it's tube-like structure, through a tube-like structure called epididymis. Okay. So if you look at this, this is a testis. Inside the testis, there is an appropriate temperature is maintained so that sperms can be produced, and sperms are produced in the testis and it is taken out in a coiled structure called epididymis. So here you have epididymis, and this entire testis is present inside the scrotum. So here if you see, this part is also called scrotum because it is like an additional extension. Okay. It is like an extension. So this portion is an extension of the abdominal cavity. Next is vas deferens. It is again a tube-like structure which emerges from the lower part of epididymis. It is again the tube-like structure starts and it goes through to the pelvic cavity, and it finally opens and ejaculated in the ejaculation duct. What do you mean by the ejaculation? Ejaculation means to release. So finally it reaches the tube-like structure which release the sperms to the external, and that means outside. So this vas deferens carrying a sperm from epididymis to the exterior. Okay. This ejaculated will later form to the urethra and then to the outside. So this is an ejaculatory duct. Okay. Part is penis. It is a muscular copulatory organ. Copulatory organ, and it discharges the sperm. It's stimulated. When it's stimulated, what happens is the tissues of the penis get filled with blood and making it firm and erect. So when the penis it can be inserted in the female body, and that's how the sperm can be inserted in the female body. And because for reproduction to take place, what do we want? We want the male gamete and the female gamete to fuse. So for that purpose, the male gamete and the female gamete meets to each other. We know the female gamete would be produced inside the female body. Male gamete is produced in the male body, but now if both of them meet, either the male gamete will have travel inside the female body, or the female gamete will have to travel inside the male body. But you know that the female body, the female reproductive part is non-motile; they cannot move. So we have to make an arrangement so that the male gamete can be injected in the female body, and for that purpose we have this penis, because penis is elongated organ which is muscular in nature, and therefore when it is stimulated the muscles stiffen out and and in that situation it can be well inserted inside the vagina of the female body. And So the main purpose to discharge the sperm when stimulated. It is the main function of penis. Okay. Then the next one is urethra. Urethra is a tube-like structure which forms this passage. So vas deferens is the passage to form the passage for both sperm and urine. Okay. So urethra carry both sperm as well as urine. It passes through the penis and to the outside, and finally opens to the outside. So this is urethra. So now we are going to talk about the male reproductive gland, and the first one is prostate gland. So here you can see the prostate gland. They also exist in pairs. On two sides you have two glands. So what do? They secrete the milky fluid that helps in sperm's mobility. Sperm's mobility is very, very important, as I have mentioned before also. For fertilization to take place, fusion of male sperm, that is the male sex cell, and the female sex cell has to be happen. The female sex cell cannot move, so the male sex cell that the sperm have to move. So we need to provide all suitable conditions so which sperm can move. So in order to increase the mobility of the sperm, what do? We make them made in such that all of a lot of fluid can be secreted, because then it is easier for the sperm to move. Okay. So this prostate gland also produce some milky fluid which help in the mobility of sperm. Okay. The next is seminal vesicle. Where do we have seminal vesicle? Just above the prostate gland you see two brown color structure. These are called seminal vesicle. Now when we look at the seminal vesicle, when we look at the male reproductive system from the front, you are able to understand that all the cells exist in pair. When you look at the side view, you think that where exactly it exists. Okay, so this is about seminal vesicle. Now we'll explain the few more glands in the next part. Okay, thank you class.